what are we talking about?
Whatever. Our updates. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, My Beautiful Mess. I'm Amber. This is my sister Crystal. And we are just about 34 weeks. Just about 34 weeks. A few more days. Well, tomorrow and I'll be 34
I think
tomorrow.
I have a week for 34.
Okay. So, pretty close.
Yeah.
And we're going to do our newest baby update today. And we thought we'd break out these balls, the pregnancy balls that are friends. And so yeah, let's get started. Okay, oh, I forgot to tell you. Did you weigh yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do our weight gain. Total weight gain for you.
I haven't did my total. But I haven't gained.
You haven't gained from the last time? Okay, so what, you're about 20 pounds though from the last time.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
20 pounds in your 33 weeks. And so I've gained 34 pounds is my total. And so that's weight gain. Oh, you know what? Okay. So you hold this and then I'll do my baby bump. My baby bump side. Baby boy. All right. So I'm 30. Now you get to do your
And
baby
this is
bump.
why I wear black today. It's more slimming.
Baby bump. Well, there's our baby boys
I'm
growing.
already comfortable again.
I know, right? Now this is the awkward part.
Hold on. You can blip this out, right? I'm sitting down on the balls.
It's fine.
Okay, there. Nope. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Well, and since we're on the topic of our balls and getting resituated, I used to bounce on the ball because
It's fun and
it is fun
it's
and
relaxing,
it's soothing
yeah.
and it's relaxing and it relieves
That's
the
what you
pressure.
think to do.
But my midwife told me the last time I was pregnant with Nathaniel, my 7th, that it's actually more
Beneficial too.
beneficial when you're on your ball to go in a circular motion so that
your legs are supposed to be more flat.
I have a very big ball, you guys. I'm tall,
Here,
and
watch
I
me.
like my big ball.
Watch me, get out of here. This is how you're supposed to do it. That was a big old ball.
Okay.
Wow.
Round.
Yes.
And then front, back,
Figure eight.
front, and back. So you're like tipping your pelvis.
Or a figure eight like this.
Yeah, or if you want to be fancy, do a figure eight.
you might fall off there. Okay. Let's get
So,
configured.
that's the fun stuff of the balls. Yeah, so it's beneficial for your pelvis and baby area positioning and all that stuff. If instead of bouncing, I mean, you can bounce if it's more of a comfort thing, but if it's actually, helping you prepare for baby, that's what you want to do.
Getting them down in there.
And a lot of women they get on all fours and use it with the rocking. I haven't done that, but I might actually try
You
that.
can't get on all fours when you're on the ball. You're
Yeah, but I mean on your,
Yeah.
you're kind of on your belly.
Soothing.
So rock.
I haven't done it either. Let me see. Something like this. You give it a hug.
Yeah, give it a hug,
Rock your butt.
side to side, go up and down.
Go around and around, kind of hump it. And you pushing me forward.
I'm just
Oh,
bouncing.
they bounce like this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh man. Okay.
Enough of our ball demonstrations. We'll leave that for the professionals. But we just wanted to share with you guys.
Let you have fun with it.
I was afraid my ball, when I ordered it off Amazon, wasn't going to be big enough because I'm so tall. And
Me too. I was afraid. I'm a big girl. I don't want no tiny little ball.
mine's much bigger.
And then wanted it to be like more so the weight durability than
Right. These
But
little wimpy kid balls at Walmart.
Right.
So but I'm happy. Mine's
Yeah.
nice and big. Even though I'm tall, and it allows me to do my rocking thing.
Yeah. I'm happy with my shorty.
Okay.
Extra large, and then is that an extra large?
I have no idea, but
I'm assuming that's a triple grande. This
you
this
just
is a
have to add
grande.
that triple in there, don't you?
Oh, double. My bad. Would yours be a double?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, hers would be a double large, double grande.
I love the grande.
I know.
It makes
It's better,
you feel good.
It's better than saying large.
I don't know about that.
Do it. Oh, noses.
Dry nose.
That just came to me.
I have runny noses.
So my inside of my nose is so dry and I've been bleeding.
Yours is dry. Mine is runny. What
when
about?
I get moving, it gets runny, but
Yeah. Okay, why don't you do like your update,
Alright.
and then I'll do like my update.
I've been having some horrible nausea. Yeah. Nauseous and nausea. Okay. Sounds right. Brain fart. Yeah, I've been super nauseated. Threw up the other day. This morning I was super nauseous. I got into the tub. And I wish they would make tubs for everybody the size that you could fit into.
I know. Why are tubs small?
Like,
I know.
Or not, no, freaking 80-pound little lady. I was gonna say dog. Oh, yeah. Even my dog don't fit into it. My bull mastiffs are like. So, anyways, and I'm trying to get comfortable, and with the tubs, I noticed like if I like lay down and your belly's popping out of the water, and it's like, ugh. And then I like turn to my side, and I'm like, oh, this isn't bad, and so like my belly's in the water, that's nice. But another thing, like if you go sideways into the tub, you can I go like this, and that's nice because your belly gets in there. And then I was like, I'm kind of squished, and then of course my kids are like, I want to take a bath with you, Mom. No, it's a relaxation. And then they're in there. My 2-year-old, she loves it. So then she's like in between my belly and the tub. Of course she has to be on my lap, and I'm like, are you squished? And she's like, no. Okay, I am. But anyways, back to that. Nauseous. So when I was like leaning in there with my legs crossed, I'm like this, and I'm just like, that felt pretty good at that point, but I have been horribly nauseous. It's been so bad. I've been off my medication for my heartburn meds, and I'm thinking that might play a role, but I don't get why. Heartburn,
because
nausea.
acids can upset your stomach, so it can make you more nauseous.
But it's not at the same time. It's either one or the
Right.
other. So yeah.
Right.
You guys, I went and cussed my doctor out today because I'm like, why do I have to call and have a refill when I'm pregnant? I left the message saying, I don't know why I need to do this. I'm like, I'm still pregnant, still need the heartburn meds. Like, I was snooty. I'm probably not going to get them refilled today. But please understand, it's not nice. It's not pleasant, and it's horrible. But yeah, that's probably the worst is nausea. I haven't been eating as much either. Was eating a lot. I am craving a lot, and I'm trying to hold off on all that until I come here and eat a lot. But definitely haven't been eating it as much, and that could have been because of the heartburn too. So that and that. More anxiety towards the end. Trying to think, trying to be positive thoughts. I don't know what to expect towards the end of labor, like after that first transition and second, and then like from the ending of second to third, because I got an epidural at those times. So I'm pretty freaking out because this one I don't want to do an epidural. I want to do all natural, no meds. And so what I'm thinking of is like you said, to hold off until the third, what's it called? Like, I forget what it's called. Like when you're in labor, you have the first
stages
type thing. Yeah. So I'm trying to hold off until like the last minute when I'm probably dilated from like a 7 to 8 to get into the tub. That way the rest of the pain, when it hits so bad, that you actually have that relaxation of the tub and the water and warmth, I'm hoping.
Transition.
But yeah, transitioning. And so I know with my last one, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm just so exhausted. I've been at this forever. I can't do it no more. But you can do it. We will do it. That's what we're made for. Everybody did it before. I was reading a Bible story to my kid yesterday about Jesus being born, the Savior coming. I said to Matthew, I said, isn't this crazy that when we went up north, there was no hotels available. And so we had to drive from up north, where we were, it was probably like 3 hours away back home. And we were tired, and it was probably about 12. We didn't get home till like 2 or 3. And then I'm like, think of Mary. Like this, Mary had to travel. She was in a town. She's pregnant. Everybody knows this. Like, couldn't somebody kick someone out for her? But no one did this, like, and they see it because she's walking around with a mule or whatever. Poor pregnant lady. And then she has to travel at that. And I'm just like, gosh, that would be so hard. And then the unsteadiness, like, feel for Mary. And then I told my kids, I'm like, look at that. Jesus was born in the straw with the animals and the dirty, like, filth, supposedly, And look at her, like, how good for her and how blessed she was, man. Because I would go insane.
God chose her.
Yeah.
You know,
my dog licks the baby, and I'm like, germs! At first, like, she's in there, having it all hang out with the animals, and moo, and she's like, oh! Oh, no thank you. Kudos to that.
Right.
And it's funny, like, the Savior is the born in the dirt, like, basically. The most special person. And he came. Yeah, it's crazy. We gotta rethink that here. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta stop talking or else I'll keep going.
Okay, pregnancy, anything else?
Yeah, no. Anxiety and then heartburn has been bad, nausea, pain, that pain you're talking about, that's there. Lifting my legs and stuff. He's just so awkward. Like, I know he's getting big. I'm scared.
I was just telling Steve.
Well, ended at the limbs. Like, you can feel the limbs getting stronger,
moving,
and
bigger and stronger. And right now he's head down, and his back is on this side, and his little rump, and then his legs and hands and stuff. And so I can feel him move this way and this way. But for the most part, keeps his legs over here because there's more room. But the other day I was doing something, and I felt him. He stretched, and I could like feel his leg all the way up into my ribs, and it didn't hurt. It felt really cool, but I'm like, I know you're getting big, little fella. Let's slow it down a little bit. No, I told you, I said, oh, he's getting bigger. You can feel it, and that just gets me super excited because then we're getting closer.
Meet him. He's gonna be here soon. That's what I keep looking forward to too. Like, gosh, I can't wait to hold him in our arms. And another thing, like, I'll let you go too in a second. Laying down in bed, like when you're flat on your belly, and it's like, more squishy, and you can feel them go. Like they're doing backflips in there. It feels like an alien. Like I never had that feeling to the extent. It's so weird.
Because they have so much more room, and they're like, whoosh, when gravity's not pushing on them, so they're moving all around.
This guy is a wiggle.
All of mine have been like that.
Aww.
Yeah, I have not.
I always felt like their legs and stuff, but I feel a lot more of like.
No, he's all over.
Like his stretching, like you said, like the little legs up here, and it's like, oh.
I love it.
I can't wait.
I love it. Nope. All right. Anything else for you?
Nope.
All right. So I did go today and get my labs done and check my I did get my thyroid checked, but I don't have my results yet. But from the last visit with my midwife, I had started on Floradix, that iron supplement, and my levels today were normal. So
you are on iron pills?
I was on iron pills, and I tripled the iron pills because my levels were lower, and it still didn't change my levels. So she recommended a liquid iron supplement so that I would avoid constipation, and it boosts your levels. And in 2 weeks, my levels jumped almost three points, and so I'm in the normal range, and I'm just going to continue at the dosing that I'm using right now. But that's super good. And I was so worried because with low iron, it affects bleeding at birth. And with being at home, I didn't want anything to interfere with bleeding or anything like that. And if my levels drop too low, then they don't allow you to do home births. And I wasn't at that level yet, but I didn't want that to happen. And so thankfully, God is so good. I was praising him as soon as I found out. She pricked my finger, we found out. And so my levels are up, you guys. God is so awesome. That was my concern with going forward because
that would affect your birth.
Yeah, that would affect my birth. And so that's my biggest update this week. I'm still super tired, and standing hurts a lot just because of the gravity down there. Sitting on this is great because of the pressure and everything. So yeah, that was good. I had a chiropractor appointment today. Always feel great after that. And so that's kind of my update. Nothing huge from last week, but a praise. And then I'm going to have a brain fart because now I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, about labor. So we were going to talk a little bit about just as we get closer, that anticipation of labor and what's coming and positive mind and all that fun stuff. So back to labor, anxiety. Just these last few weeks. I mean, it's a little bit more than a few, like 6-7 weeks. But that's usually when fear starts to come up. You're getting closer, the baby's getting bigger, you're feeling heavier, you're moving slower, and the realization comes that you're going to have to push this baby out. And so, I know we've talked a lot. I'm hoping for my first home birth. I say hoping because there's so many variations to that. Super excited for it. You're hoping for your first water birth in the hospital, but because of COVID rules and stuff, that is up in the air. And so we have a lot of uncertainties this time around. And so let's talk about that. I've tried, every time I do get a little thought of worry or doubt, I pray and I just affirm the things God has told me that are true. I'm safe, labor's safe, He loves me, He loves my baby, and those things are all good. And He created our bodies, He created me, He created this baby, He created you and our little baby. And so
we're made to do this.
We're made to do this. It's okay. But to prepare, because it just now it's coming more often, and you have to constantly fight it, because I think the devil wants to put fear in us. He wants to take our joy away, and I don't want that. And so in my head, knowing we can't control our situation with COVID or with blood pressure or iron levels or weather or whatever it would be that would interfere with a home birth, we have to trust God. And so my biggest thing right now is I'm really praying for a home birth. I pray that it's successful. But ultimately, at the end of that prayer, after I pray for safety and short labor and all these things that are on my list, I pray that all things would be according to God. That if I have to go to the hospital, I will be okay with it, because it's a backup plan. And the safety of myself and my baby come first. And that is a successful birth. Any life that comes forth that a mother sacrifices her body for is worth it. And so that's kind of what's been on my mind. I had a friend that she had her third child, and she did not want to have a repeat C-section and had some issues and had to go in for that very thing. And so we don't understand or know why that is, but God allowed that. Not that God wanted that. He wants us to have the natural aspect of it, but He does allow those things to further a testimony and to honor and glorify Him. So with that, we've talked about like a backup plan for you, right? Like, if you know in the back of your mind, I would rather be prepared and be like, okay, this is my backup, versus the end process still comes. I can still deliver naturally at the hospital. It doesn't have to all go wrong. Be prepared and help your mind to adjust to that.
Don't focus on just one thing and be set on that. Like,
right.
My main thing like now is I'm just thinking to breathe through it. The main thing is living for the moment. Like everybody says, ride each wave. And that's the thing that I'm going to try doing, is breathing through it, learning a technique that you can calm yourself, and then just hopefully get through it that way. That's what I'm looking forward. Well, I can handle the contractions, but the other thing too, it scares me, is because I have anxiety and depression and all that, which my anxiety is super bad already. So sometimes I'll feel like I've been trying to practice these breathings and stuff, and it's like in for 6 and out for, or in for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds. And at first I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it's so hard. Like, you don't realize that we breathe horrible. It's not good. Like the oxygen to our brain and to everything, we breathe short. Well, I do short. And so I breathe fast, and it's better to do it slow and deep. And she was doing it. I was keeping up with the doula, which she gave a lot of good facts. I encourage that. Talk about that, what she said to you about the T's and dates. But it's when you do it, it's like you breathe it in, and then you push it out. And what you're doing, you're feeling it with your body. You're pushing the baby down. And so that's something I have to remember. Like, and it's scary because like this is my first time that I'm actually trying to do it with myself than with the pain meds. And so I accepted it's going to be painful. Obviously it's painful, it's birth, but it's worth it, and you can get through it. And that's what I got to keep telling myself too, is we're made for this. We can do this.
I think when you are prepared, like you said, helping with the exercises now. So when I had Isaac, the first one, it was the
panic.
And I did that, and that was fine, and I got through it. And then as I had my other babies, there's so many different methods out there. So I think you need to find what works for you. What helps you stay calm? What feels good? So when I breathe in labor, I'm not a screamer. I'm a moaner. So I'm like, and obviously the more intense contraction is, the closer I get to birth, the louder that is.
Yeah.
It's a very natural, deep, instinctive moan, and it helps me get through it. But my breathing, I don't count in or out. I breathe in as deep as I can breathe in, and then I breathe out as hard as I can breathe out, and that's what I do. So you just find what's right for you. There's a lot of different breathing techniques. I think the importance of breathing is it takes your mind off of the pain, and you're intentionally focusing on other parts of your body that are working. And when you do that, it keeps you calm, it keeps you focused, and that's naturally what helps with labor, because if you tense up, you're fighting your body. And so breathing is a tool to use to keep you calm. So just like breathing is, essential oils help, smells help. And so I was going to ask you, what oils are you using?
I'm taking lavender and frankincense.
Lavender and frankincense. So I have my lavender to keep me calm. I'm doing frankincense, which is peace of mind, and I used that. I didn't even break out my lavender with my last one. I just did the frankincense because it really focused my brain. But I also, this time, I'm going to try lemon and orange because they're like bright smell, or like bright, but feel good, happy smells before I'm in transition. Hopefully we'll see how this goes through the diffuser.
Yeah, so it'll make you sick.
And then, so I've smelled them now and they're okay. I have peppermint for nausea. So, because sometimes the pain is so intense. I've never thrown up in labor, but I've gotten really close and I've used that peppermint, and it helps. Helps you stay focused, but it's like a cleaning, and it's a cool, and you're also warm and hot in labor, so it's like a cooling sensation, and it kept me from throwing up. So peppermint, and then a new one I'm trying is Valor. So I was going to tell you about that, because this essential oil, I haven't used it before, but I heard it was called the kick butt oil for labor.
Really?
Yes, because it's the what else do they call it? The kick butt oil for labor, and like the power oil. So I have it in a roller with a mix, a carrier oil. And so when at transition, right before you're ready to push, you roll it over your chest and your heart, and it gives you confidence. It gives you that like, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's what I've read. So I don't know if this is true, but we're going to find out if this is true. So this is like your warrior mama oil. You rub it on. It's supposed to give you confidence, courage, and it helps with strength and other areas pain. Like if you're in pain, like your low back and stuff. I haven't used it for that. It was on my list last birth, and I didn't use it. And
I think I have it. I don't think it smells very good.
So
I don't get that vibe.
Oh, I can show you.
I'll have to make sure. I'll
yeah,
check it.
But I was going to tell you. So no, I will let you guys know what I actually use. But yeah, I added a few more this time. I don't know if it'll be too complicated for everybody else, because I'm the one at home
as long as you write
that
it down.
does everything. So I'm the one that takes the pictures. I'm the one that does the videos. I'm the one that does the oils. I'm the one that does the back massaging. I'm the one that does this. So when it comes time for when it comes time for labor, I don't know how much of that I want to delegate to everybody else. We have our
we
cheat
just keep
sheet.
stressing it over. Like keep telling them hint.
So
I'm not going to be in the right mind to do this. Please do this.
My go-to will be frankincense. My go-to will be peppermint, and then hopefully the others will follow suit. Yeah,
calming.
For calming.
I've been doing the homeschooling. I don't know if we talked about that before, but the lavender. They said it's calming and stuff. Well, I know my BP has been up a lot with homeschooling and stuff, so instead of I was taking breaks, I was telling you when I was putting lavender in the bath. Yeah. And I'm taking a lot of baths. So I'm like, well, this is like taking a long time. So afterwards, I'm like, well, maybe I'll just smell it. So I'm homeschooling and I get stressed out and I'm like, okay, I need my lavender. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good. And Tom's like, get your lavender, Mom.
You should do that with frankincense too.
Now though?
Yeah.
I thought that you said it for pain, so maybe I should
it's for focus. Like focus, calming.
And that's what I'm referring to myself. Like I'm afraid to use it now because I know it is calming. I'm like, I don't want to overdo it, but
I don't think you will if you're smelling it.
Yeah, that lavender is very calming. At first, I'm like, this is nasty. It doesn't smell good and stuff. And
you just breathe it deep.
I didn't like diffusing it and stuff, but I'm going to.
Yeah. Because
definitely now I'm like,
yeah,
puts you in a good mood, happy mood.
All right, balls, breathing, oils. What else to calm you? Oh, okay, yeah, snacking. Which a lot of women that go naturally are able to do that because they're not hooked up to an epidural. They're not going to have the intervention of C-section. So they're able to snack. So this isn't new for me, but it's new for you this time.
Yo, I had my first pregnancy. They told me I couldn't eat nothing or drink nothing. Yeah. They told me I couldn't drink. Isn't that crazy? They told me I couldn't drink water. Yeah. For so long into labor, and I can't refuel myself. How the heck do you think someone's going to be able to do that?
All the energy
already, like the scariness, the anxiety, the panic already, not knowing what's going on, not knowing what's going to happen, and you're going to tell me I can't drink? Oh, but you can have some ice chips to munch on.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, thanks. My sensitive teeth and then giving me brain freeze and freezing my mouth. I guess it's a different pain, but
yeah.
Man, I was upset. Like that was one of my things. And Matthew's like, I don't think they said that. And I'm like, really? Is that why I was sucking on a washcloth?
Right. They did.
They did. They told me that, you guys. Like insane. And that's what your body needs. Your body needs the water. I mean, come on. You're giving out water. You need to bring it in.
Hydration.
Drinking or eating.
Energy.
Even if it's a little bite or a nibble or something, you need your strength.
I don't have an appetite. It is exhausting. I don't have an appetite, but I make myself have a snack. So my snack was nuts. I had carrots with peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter.
But I would only be able to eat like those little baby carrots. I would like dip it in the peanut butter, take a bite, have a couple contractions, and then I had to force myself to finish that one carrot. And so that'd probably be it for 45 minutes. But what helped too is
fueling your body though.
I love the vitamin water. I noticed a huge difference in the vitamin water.
I don't like vitamin water.
I don't like it, but I only bought it for labor because I needed those extra essential vitamins.
So you think it really did the trick to give you that?
It helped me stay hydrated because I don't drink a lot. Like I'm thirsty, so I'll drink when I'm thirsty, but then it hits that point like right before transition where your body just takes over. You're so focused on that.
Yeah.
I don't have an appetite, so my thing was to drink. So when I'm moaning and going through that, Steve and the kids could tell that, I'm starting to get exhausted and tired. And he's like, okay, take a drink. So I would just take a drink of one drink, and then in another minute, take another drink. And that really helped me, was the vitamin water.
Good, I'll try that.
With that, I don't like coconut water.
Straws, too. Out of straws.
But
you drink out of straws anyways.
For what?
For labor.
I had a bottle. I bought 2 of those like really big bottled waters. Yeah.
Well, you should refer to instead of lifting because it's like exhausting at the end, or if you're over something, you're not gonna wanna to do straws, and then you can.
Yeah. Well, I think I drank all my vitamin water out of the bottled water, and when I transitioned to the tub is when they brought me the cup with ice and water, and I used the straw then. But yeah, they bring it to you and help me. But so at home we'll see. I don't know.
So you said you didn't like coconut water. I like that.
No, I don't like. Water. Right, I don't like it. I didn't like the way that tasted, and so it helped me give me something extra than water. I don't like. I know Powerade and Gatorade, they have the extra sugars too, and they say the electrolytes and stuff, but I just don't like those sugared drinks. So for me, vitamin water was what helped me reach that, and snacking. I thought it is important. You never know how long your labor is going to be. Even though I wasn't interested in it, I think it helped give me the strength that I needed to get through. And I think the more you help your body out, the more of a positive end result you'll have.
I wonder what's the average of women laboring natural, like without epidurals or pain meds.
Oh, the percentage.
Where you can like naturally go through it and how fast it goes. Because I'm sure it goes a lot faster.
Right.
Because those epidurals slow it down. So that's what I was wondering too.
The percentages. I don't know. I think it's going to depend on the week of gestation and all of that stuff that come with it. Yeah. But eating, drinking are other things. What else? For things that are going to keep you calm and help you during labor.
So I didn't really talk too much about it earlier, but like for not a natural inducing. So I think at like 37, 38 weeks, you can start doing these things, dates. Dates is really good. We were talking about dates, and that's good to take too, but I'm not sure how they taste. I've read about them, and I got some. I actually have some in my house right now, and they look kind of skeptical. I'm like, they look like a big raisin. Like, ugh. I don't like raisins, but I guess they taste like caramel. They're super high in sugar, and then, so carbs. So I think they're like 30 or 20 to 30 for one. Actually, no, it's not for one. It's going to be serving size, so it's not bad, but it's still high.
Right,
but I'm nervous about taste. It tastes like caramel, they said.
I don't know. A raisin doesn't taste like caramel, so
no.
Yeah.
So it tastes like a fruit too. So I'm assuming, what is it? Is it a vegetable or a nut?
I think it's a big raisin, which is a wilted grape.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's not a raisin.
I heard good things about taking them, and it's natural and everything like that.
So
I've never tried them.
That helps too with your I don't know what it is. Strengthen your
uterus,
maybe. Yeah. So raspberry leaf tea.
I'm gonna start that. I've never done that. But
it's
I'm gonna
okay.
start that. Is it yucky?
It's kind of like an aftertaste. It's okay going like it doesn't taste like raspberry.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like raspberry.
No,
I'm not good with taste, you guys. I don't like flavored
tea.
drinks.
Don't drink tea.
I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink pop. I don't like sugar drinks. So
she drinks water.
I drink water. So drinking anything with like a weird taste, it's hard for me. But yeah, I was gonna try that this time.
But I've been doing that, and then you do like one of them. And then you can up it. When you get to the 38 weeks, you can do like 4, however many drinks you want of the tea. The other tea I'm taking is a nettle tea.
Oh, okay.
You have to get nettle leaf. Make sure it's leaf, or else it's not good. But and that one helps to strengthen your what did you say?
Uterus.
Uterus, and then you're preparing that. And then you can also do massages. Did you hear about those? Like going in.
Perineal massage.
And then rubbing like this way, and you're kind of like stretching it so you don't rip as much.
I don't do that stuff. You can. You can add oil. Almond oil is really good for that.
Almond oil?
Yeah, essential almond oil. Yep. Is really good for it. My midwife with Faith actually did that when I was pushing her out. She caressed it, helped, and that was good.
Yeah.
Because she was sunny side up, so. And she put a warm wash, so she did that, and then she put a warm washcloth, and so I'd push against her hand and the heat of that, and that really helped me push her out because all of my labor was in my back. And so when I had contractions, I wasn't having the urge to push. I mean, it was like I had to push, but I couldn't concentrate on pushing because my back hurt so bad.
Contractions or your back?
My back.
Oh yeah.
My back was awful. I mean, I didn't know until she was born that that's why it was that way. But yeah, my midwife did that and that helped. So perineal massage. Yep, that's good.
Another thing I was going to ask you too with the water birth is.
But yeah, you don't really need
when you're in there, like, and they check you and stuff, like, how do they know? They're not going to know.
They don't check you. Well, my midwives didn't check me.
At a certain point, they'll be like, okay, you're dilated to here, so let's do this,
my
whatever.
midwives aren't like that. No,
so they don't check you when you're in the tub, though, is what I'm saying? Like, then it's time, they'll be like, it's time to push. Will they go down and feel me? Or, like, what? You just...
My midwife, so you guys may have different experiences, started with Faith, and... she checked me right before I got in the tub, and I was like a 6, 7. And then when I got out of the tub, because at that time at the hospital I was at, I couldn't deliver. Labor progressed really fast, and I just kept talking to her, and I said, "Do you need to check me? Do you need to check me?" And she was my first time with the midwife, and she's like, "I don't need to check you. I can tell by your breathing. I can tell how you're handling your contractions." She's like, you're in transition. And so I was kind of frustrated because this is the point, again, where I'm learning to trust my body for the very first time. And so I'm like, check me so I know. But I had to learn how to process my own body. What was I feeling? And so then later on, I'd asked her again. I said, "Do you need to check me?" And she's like, "No, you're ready to push." And I'm like, "I am." And she's like, "Yep." So she said, "When you're ready, you tell me where you want to start pushing and stuff." And so, like I said, that was the back labor one. So it was just all different. And she never checked me. And I was fine. She said that she could tell that way. My other midwives were, I think I was checked right before I went to the hospital with each of them because I had the water births. But again, they are like, we can tell by your breathing, if you can talk through contractions, if you're at where you need to be at. So in the water with Nathaniel, they checked me and I said, I'm in transition. I know I am. I was at an 8. And so when I got in the tub and I was ready to push, they're like, "Yeah, you're ready to push." And I'm sure. All right, guys. So the camera turned off. I don't know if it's battery issue, card issue, or a time issue, I'm not sure. But we got cut off. Don't know where it was at. Apologize, because we had a lot of good conversations. So, don't know where that was at, but...
I feel better.
We had our mommy talk and mommy time, so we're going to let that go. We're going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please share with your mama friends or those who are thinking about having children or are having children or just who you think would enjoy it. Mama time is fun. So thank you guys so much and have a blessed day. Bye.